Welcome, everybody. How you going? It's Beck here. I just thought we'd start off with that clip for you today, and I'm sure you all know why. But we're actually going to be concentrating a little bit more on what's happening in Australia here today, and just to let you guys know the updates that we've been getting that, of course, we have trouble figuring out what's real and what's not, but we're doing our best here. So today I've just got Growler with me today in the house. Hey, Growler.
Oh, just Growler. Yeah, good, thanks, sister. How are you,
Growler.
I'm joking.
Growler Thunder 51.
I'm joking. Thanks. Very good, sis, and hope you're well. And very big thanks, first of all, to the Messi gentleman for hooking all of us up and making this happen again.
Yeah.
And just a big warm welcome to everyone in the stream. I would say the Bubba News, yep, thumbs up. Thank you very much. Shane Barber, you're just a legend, brother. And we've only got a few in the chat at the moment. So, yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. We can just start off nice and slow. Anyway, just
sure.
in talking about what we were just looking at, that video with our lovely friend there who just really cares about us all and wants to make sure we're all inoculated to the eyeballs. I actually found that, guys, too. Bill Gates has his own YouTube channel, believe it or not. And I didn't subscribe to it, but I keep a close eye on it. And I first saw that there yesterday. So I thought I would throw that on because that's really telling. What's he trying to say? They're releasing billions, so 30 billion genetically modified sort of like drone mosquitoes into Florida. And still with no good explanation as into what is going on there. You know, they're saying it's to help, it's just a load of rubbish, as is the whole lot of it. But what I wanted to tell you guys was that while I was looking that up, I was reading the word and the Father showed me this passage, like out of the whole Bible. This is what he showed me right as I put my eyes down. Have you entered into the springs of the sea or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been revealed to you, or have you seen the gates of deep darkness? I went, oh, right, that's pretty fitting because
it is.
Yeah, that's why we were putting that clip together for this stream.
Yeah.
Okay, so hi, Paul and Adrian as well. We got double channels in there with these guys. Good on you guys. How you going? Nice to see you.
Yeah, and thanks for putting our putting a community post on there, guys. On your community page. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. Paul and Adrian, very special people, and we love them very much. And Josephine Haley, of course. Great to have her in the house, and people just keep piling on board. Guys, just quickly, if you can tell us what's happening in your city, your country, your town, what the laws are, has it gotten worse? Just give us any updates. Just give us any updates you can, because that helps us out as well.
Exactly.
Just wanted to push that out there quickly.
No, that's a good thing to do. Now, we have some information about our poor country here, which we're in a bit of trouble. And we're 2 states up from Victoria, guys, just so you know where we're actually located. We're in Queensland. And so we're 2 states away, but this thing is creeping and it is coming to get us, and we know that. And we just want to share with you some information about Australia, also a little bit about New Zealand, and what Daniel Andrews, which is the Premier of Victoria, is actually up to with this. He is an absolute New World Order boy. This one is a good boy doing what he's told. And and just to say, we haven't heard hardly anything from our Prime Minister in the last couple of days at all. So
he supports it.
That's right. Yeah, but he's not even coming out and saying anything at all. There's really lack of information from Scott Morrison there. So, all right, what have you dug up?
Oh, geez, a lot actually. Where do we start? I mean, there's just so much to go through on so many different fronts, but we're just concentrating on Australia. So, because Beck's channel, this channel here is basically the biggest or one of the only truth channels here in Australia. There are a few, but we do have people in Melbourne. I'm not sure in Sydney. But in Brisbane and everywhere else. And we've dug up a lot. We have dug up a lot, and as I've said in quite a few other streams, the last 2 or 3 streams, and sister, we've both talked about this, and it's been circulating in other videos and everything like that. We think, well, we know Australia is a testing ground, but as of right now, Victoria is the beta testing ground basically for the world at the moment, because we have probably the most draconian, stringent laws that basically associated with this COVID outbreak, this second wave that they're calling it. And I did read this morning, and I will show you later, that the strain in Australia is actually the most infectious strain out of the COVID-19. The COVID-19 hoax, I would say. So yeah, it's the most infectious strain. Hence why we've come up to. I was reading yesterday. I've just been following it. The Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Australia news, and the economy and how that's going, and what's happening with unemployment, and because this COVID has hit every facet. It's hit basically. It's like it's hit every brick of the house, and it's just designed to implode. It's imploding, and I will say quickly, people think the Chinese have taken over, but the Chinese haven't taken over. It's their political system. It's the communistic system, the social credit score system, everything like that. These draconian laws. It's the system that has been put in place to all these other democracies around the world. It's basically, we all know what the NWO is and how draconian it is, and how anti-father and anti-Jesus and anti-biblical and anti-everything, how it affects everything. So, have we got 8 hours for this stream? No. So what I'll do is I will start with something that I read yesterday that was very, very, very... even I couldn't believe it. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. Nothing surprises me, as you know, sister. So yes. Now, Daniel Andrews, who is the Premier of Victoria, has decided to take another 12-month power grab. He's extending the state of emergency. He wants to extend it for another 12 months, which means I'm not sure how long they're going to stay in stage 4, but I would say they said the lockdown measures will be going on for another 1 year. Basically 1 year, you'll be under either stage 4, stage 3 or stage 2. So basically Melbourne's been under lockdown. Melbourne's been in stage 3 lockdown now for, they were in stage 3 for 3 weeks.
Yes.
When this came on.
Yep.
And now they went straight from stage 3 into 6 weeks of stage 4. Now we're for the 4th week into stage 4. Third or 4th week into stage 4, and there's 6 weeks to go.
That's right.
So, and if you really want to pick it, you can have a look at the numerology of it. Why is stage 3 6 weeks? Why is stage 4 6 weeks? Why is stage 2 6 weeks? Why is it social distancing 6 feet apart? It all really adds up. It all really adds up. So I'll be going through in a finer detail in the next 10 or 15 minutes what the power grab of Daniel Andrews is deciding to do. Messi, if I could, did you want to say something, sister? Sorry.
I just wanted to say that I thought I couldn't be shocked either, because another whole 12 months, people are just losing their minds as it is down there. We're going to have an influx of new people in the truth community from Melbourne, because they are searching for the truth. And
that's right.
And we know that, we've got quite a few of our subscribers actually in Melbourne, and it's just catching on down there. They're starting to wake up. I know it's a little too late, but however, at least they're starting to see it. And there was one really good comment here. We mightn't have guns, but we should all pick up pitchforks and, storm these people, I reckon. But nobody's going to do it. They all back down, like when the masks were being worn everywhere here, Growler and I were two of the only people. We weren't the only two, but they, and people they just want to comply. They just want to be good and not get in trouble. And they're very worried about the fines. The fines are going up $50,000, 12 months imprisonment for breaking these laws. So anyway, back to you, Don. Back to you.
All right. So, Messi, if we could just pull up the age. I'm actually really not going through any YouTube videos, guys. I'm not doing that. I'm just pulling up what the MSN is saying, because we already know what the end goal is, and we know that this is a spiritual battle, and people are trying to fight this on a physical level. You can't fight a spiritual war on a physical level. So that's why these people are confused. That's why these people that's why these people have no idea what's going on. That's why these people have no answers for anything. They're not understanding what's going on, because the indoctrination has just been amazing.
We did have this article pulled up, but we'll pull it back up for you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Here we go.
So, what they're trying to do, and I'm sure this has been, and I have heard it being done in America, and I heard that from Richie from Boston, how they're doing that over there as well. I'm not sure what's happening in Europe. I'm not sure if it's ramped up again in America. But what they're trying to do is they're targeting the home. The first thing is that they're targeting the home. So, of course, the police can come in, no warrant, everything, just rip your kids out of the home. They can take the parents away. They can do anything they want. They don't need a warrant, and they are actually supported by. They're supported by the military forces of Australia. Now, the military here aren't armed. When they go around, just the police are armed. I'm not sure if that's going to change. I haven't heard anything. So the police would be doing the shooting, and I'm sure the army will be part of the contact tracers, and the army will be for muscle, for security, for contact tracers and all that sort of thing. So
just when you were saying that they're pulling them out of their house, they can pull people out of their houses and stuff. I just want to tell them about the story about the men and the lady whose child was in South Australia. They were in Victoria, and then the lockdown happened, and because they cannot actually access their child, the authorities have made that child a ward of the state of South Australia. So those parents cannot Yeah, we don't know where that's going to go from there. And this is
No.
just the first case. So
That's right.
they're making people an example by doing that. So, and what could you do as a parent? You're not allowed to go over the border, get your child. I'm
No.
not sure what they're expecting people to do in this situation. I know that I would break all the laws to get to my children. There's no way they'll
Yep.
do it. But these people have obviously been cornered somehow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, and just quickly with that little girl, they had to actually surrender her to the state. They had to take the parents had to relinquish their legal guardianship of their daughter, because
Yes.
it would have made it harder for them. Would have made it harder for them to try and look after her. So they had to surrender her to the state for the safety of the child, because the borders are closed.
Safety of the child, right? Yep. Okay.
So yeah. So what we'll do. As you can see, I'm leaving all this. I'm leaving all these articles in here for you guys, because look, people do come up with different takes and spins, and we roughly know what's happening. But if I can leave those, because I find you have to do the study yourself. It's all very easy to listen to people, and as it says in the Bible, trust no man. Trust no man. You only trust the Father. But we only consider ourselves humble servants of the Most High. We are nothing else. Go through. You've got all the Australian articles that I'm going to link in the description box below after the video, so you can actually see what we're trying to say. So now I'm just getting there. Actually, sister, can you just read that highlighted part out there for me? I'm just on my phone. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. That's all right.
Yeah, great.
The same could not be said for the practices inside private homes, Miss Palaszczuk said, which is why family gatherings had been targeted. Now, this was an interesting article because this came out and then they brought another story out just after this, which I wasn't quick enough to put in this live stream. And now their second article is that she's contradicting herself from the first article. She was saying that we don't have to, increase our measures, our safety measures. It'll be okay. Then that was this article. Then the second article that just came out was they're looking at putting us into stage 3 again.
Yes.
Which stage 3 is the highest we've been in here in Queensland so far. And then from stage 3, we know that they're just throwing these numbers at us, and they're not real. We know that.
No.
Now, the thing is also the amount of people that have been contaminated in the family home, which just doesn't make sense. So the amount of people locked down in Melbourne at the moment, which is everybody, and the cases are growing and growing. Remember, we were speaking about this before.
That's right.
So,
yes.
So how many cases were there just today?
In Melbourne?
Yes.
There are 148 cases, and how many deaths were there? I think there might have been.
I think you said 8.
Yeah, something like that. 8. Yeah, right. 8 deaths or 9 deaths.
Now that they're not saying this is nursing home stuff. They're not saying that. They're saying this is inside the family homes. So this lockdown's not working. What I'm trying to say is, according to their information, the lockdown's not working anyway, because people are still being ill in their homes. And I've actually got a video from Brian at High Impact Vlogs or Flicks. He always keeps changing his name, that guy. I can never keep up with it. Brian over there, he caught this one this morning. Okay, we haven't got that on our list, so never mind. There was a good one, guys. If you go over to Brian at High Impacts Flicks, he did a video this morning saying exactly that they've caught themselves out in the media. We're just going to try and pull it up. Unfortunately, I thought I sent it to to my man here, and I didn't. So yeah, so what it is that this thing's going out of control while this whole city is locked down. This deadly virus is going out of control while this whole city is locked down. Right, we found the video, and here it is. Here's just one little, what do you call it? You know, they've said the truth in plain sight, so to speak. So, yeah. So here it is.
Cool.
I'm waiting for okay, so we're just waiting for that video while we're waiting for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so but I just wanted to run that now because that is what is relevant to what I'm saying, as in they're saying we're getting the virus.
At this point in the lockdown / shutdown, you're probably ready for some really, really good news, or at least for a humor break. And every once in a while, Truth makes an extra special guest appearance on fake stream media, and this is one of those occasions. Listen to the first 15 seconds of this CBS nonsense.
New York State has released some pretty startling statistics. They say that more than half of people who were hospitalized with COVID-19 acquired the disease while also complying with those social distancing lockdown restrictions. So emergency room doctor, chief medical and chief...
Wait a second. Did you hear what she just said? She said more than half the people hospitalized with COVID-19 acquired the disease as they were being good little serfs and obeying everything fake stream media talking heads were telling them, everything that tyrannical government functionaries were telling them to shelter in place, wear your mask, social distance, come out of your house, enter into quarantine, accept contact tracers into your house. They got this disease, whatever it was, whatever the sickness was that required them to be hospitalized. They said, hey, whatever this is that I have, I acquired it while I was obeying your rules, CBS, while I was obeying your rules, COVID-19 task force. Guys, we know that governments have a history of giving bad medical.
There you go. So, they stuff up every minute of every day, don't they?
Oh, absolutely they do. Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say a big welcome to Shane from Atheism is Madness. You're awesome, my brother. Thank you so much for coming in, and everybody show Atheism is Madness a lot of love. He's just got awesome videos out, and he's really hitting the nail on the head, and he's on it big time.
So Joe Hill's in the house too, brother. Effed Up World's here. Hey, Joe.
Jojo. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you. Always. Yeah. Always. So, so back to you. So we're going back to your statistics.
Okay. So, Messi, I'm just wondering if you can pull up the next one there, brother. Now, this is Australia. This is from Sky News Australia. This is the power grab that the so-called politician Dan Andrews, who is on the Belt and Road Initiative as well, which is a Chinese investment. Investment into Asia, but we'll go on to that some other time. So Daniel Andrews, this is the power grab. This is how stupid it is. First of all, you're going to hear that there's only allowed 10 people to a funeral. The father of a 5-week-old baby died, tradie at work, so he died. Now, the poor little 5-week, just stop it there, Messi. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Now, this poor baby, there's only allowed 10 to a funeral, and this poor baby of course, wouldn't know that it's lost its father in one way at the moment, of course. But think of the poor wife, and how is she going to support this and everything like that. And you just watch this video. It's going to show you first about the funeral, and then it's going to show you about Daniel Andrews' power grab. Thanks, Miss.
The extent of overbearing rules in Victoria is just extraordinary, and it's getting worse. Victoria's Premier Daniel Andrews has actually intervened today to make an exception to his own government's rules, so that a 5-week-old baby of a man tragically killed at work can be at the funeral without taking a place from one of the 10 mourners allowed.
I just want to confirm that when it comes to the calculation of the 10 mourners for the funeral this Friday, the 5-week-old baby who is a dependent will not be counted as part of the 10, and we'll have some more to say about trying to broaden that rule out for all funerals for babies under 1 year. I think we're going to be able to land that, and as soon as we can, we'll confirm that for you.
Can you stop it there?
Now, this is the right outcome. And
Thanks. Well, that's all pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I'm not sure if you can actually go any lower. You know, they were actually going to count the baby in the 10, and then they said Daniel Andrews was saying, "Well, look, we'll see if we can get that law. We'll see if we can get that law passed." Well, I just find that inhumane, ungodly.
Yeah.
There is just no way. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just speechless because I'd just be swearing, guys. I really would be. I'd be going off my head right now about that. You know, they even target the babies, but does that actually surprise you with these people? No, it doesn't.
No,
it
because
doesn't surprise us.
The babies are their bread and butter, mate. That's where they get everything they need to keep, you know, to stay young, if you know what I mean.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
But why do they have to have the Premier's approval for something that, I mean, that baby is still on the boob, you know, like that baby is still nursing from its mother. So it's not that mother and baby's counted as one anyway. It shouldn't even be an issue. This is how pathetic it has gotten. Guys, you know, we can all say we've got to stand up. I think we're past that point.
Way too late.
And honestly, if you're a Bible believing, you know, believer, we know that prophecy must play out anyway.
Yes, that's right.
We are having some conspiracy theorists marches here in Australia, which is just going to ruin any sort of work that us people out here on these platforms are trying to do to increase awareness. So they're having these marches in every capital city on the weekend.
Yes.
And they are then there's our spikes in Queensland, and that's how they're doing it, guys. They're using these gatherings, these protests and all this to lock us down, to say, right, you know, Brisbane's had another 5 outbreak. We're gonna lock you down again. We actually just had an outbreak of 9, and I'm very, very surprised that they haven't increased it to stage 3 here yet. Not this week, but the Premier is saying, it looks like we will. We're not getting straight answers. We're trying to tell you guys what we know, and we're not getting straight answers, but we can see the writing on the wall. We can see what's happening.
That's right, because if you're woke, you can actually discern. What their black intentions are.
Exactly.
You know, because we're led by the Holy Spirit. I mean, you've really got to use.
Jesus is coming, Mountain with a View. Jesus is coming, and that's why this is all going on. And the enemy of our souls, he knows his time's running out, and it's just how the Bible said it. He's angry because he knows his time's short. And
that's right.
You know, that wickedness will increase in the earth. Notice it said in the earth as well. And it's just, look, it's like I watched a little bit of Richie this morning. I couldn't watch it all, but he said that it's not every day you're trying to keep up with this stuff. It's every hour. And it said that at the end of time would be compressed, you know, that it's going to exponentially ramp up. Now, we know this. I don't like using the word HOAX for this because that doesn't really cover it. It's more than that. This is a whole blanket effect for their New World Order. it serves many purposes. It shows them how placid the people will be. It shows them that it makes the people cover up their faces, which is a sign of worship. If they're bringing out their new Messiah, the crowning coronavirus, which we know is the crown, if they're bringing him out, look, it just makes sense to me. Everybody's covering up. It's a sign of worship. And this all does go back to the Babylonian cults and
yes.
It's well known that anything to do with a veil was always to do with shame, turning away from your father, not turning to him. So it serves as a multifaceted operation, and people are going along with it.
Correct.
I do believe if we did stand up, we could hold it off a bit longer, but we're only holding off the inevitable anyway. So these marches they're doing, it's just going to discredit platforms like this one. That's all.
Absolutely, that's correct. So utterly fully agree with you.
There's my rant for a minute.
Yeah. You know, we Beck and myself, we talk about this all the time. We bounce things off.
At nauseum.
Yes. I mean, even at night time when you wake up, it's on your mind. Not COVID, but you know, the spiritual side to this, the spiritual aspect, and know that Jesus is coming so soon. You know, it's probably with everyone else too. On the chat, like I said, you get up at night, you go to the toilet, it's on your mind. Get up in the morning, it's on your mind. Having something to eat, it's on your mind. You're driving, it's on your mind. So it doesn't stop. Beck's trying to teach me balance. So she's doing a very good job of it too. So I've got to try and get my head out of it a little bit and listen to her before I get my head punched in. So Messi, I'm just wondering if you can just run the from where we are on that video. Now, guys, this is the power grab of Daniel Andrews, and you'll see what's happening.
A terribly sad situation. Seriously, the Premier trying to land this as a decision? If you've ever wondered when you'd know there's too much government, too many rules, I would suggest that when a Premier of a state of 6.5 million people has to get involved in whether a baby needs to be counted as a mourner at his father's funeral, that might be the point. This shows the reach of an authoritarian or nanny state government has gone way too far, way too far. Yet Andrews today announced plans to extend his special emergency powers for another year.
Well, there you go. He's going to extend his emergency powers for another year. We do not have any concrete information of what's going to happen within that. But we all know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. Everyone here on the chat, and all I can say is, I mean, we've already at the start of this pandemic that we're in lockdown for I think 2 months or something like that. So now Victoria's been locked down for how long now? It'll be 7-8 weeks. So that's another 2 months, and they're still in stage 4. Daniel Andrews said he won't. They were planning to lift stage 4 restrictions on September the 13th. Go figure.
Growler. We've got the rest of that video here where he's actually just starting to talk now. So we'll play that, shall we? Okay.
Okay.
State of emergency and the provisions within the Public Health and Wellbeing Act need to be changed to reflect the fact that whilst we'd all love this to be over by the 13th of September, which is when the when the Act says the state of emergency must end, that's just not going to be the case. We're going to have this with us for a considerably longer period than that.
Now, the Liberal...
a considerably longer period than that. What, 12 months, Daniel Andrews?
Yes.
That's a long time. Look, I've got people that can't get their licenses at the moment. They're ringing me up wondering what to do. I'm saying, well,
Yes.
what can I do? I can't help you. I can't rush you through the system. This has put everybody's life on hold to the point of, look, for people in our age group, it ain't too bad. You know, I don't mind being locked down. But for young people who are just starting their life, or my grandchildren here, this is torture. It's like pulling teeth. So this guy is telling us that their whole state is going to be locked down for up to 12 more months under certain stages.
Yes, that's correct.
We all heard that correctly, didn't we? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and as you heard Daniel Andrews actually say, because within the constitution of the government laws and legislations, he always kept saying, and I've seen it in the Herald Sunday Age or the Melbourne newspapers, that it's just like America. It's like putting the military FEMA in saying there's a national emergency. Military and FEMA, they have to take at least 6 months. They've got to have at least a 6-month minimum to be in power, and they wield a lot more power than the president. So basically, Daniel Andrews is using basically the same sort of war tactic. I will say he's using the same sort of tactic that Trump uses, because Trump has signed the DPA Act, he's signed the CARES Act. I mean, there's so many executive orders that have been signed by Trump, and there's so many new rules and everything that have to be changed from a democracy into a new world order. So all that is happening right now. So I'm just wondering if you'd just play just a little bit more there, Messi. That'd be grouse.
Well, opposition in Victoria says it will oppose this extension, so there's a lot to play out in Parliament. Former Liberal Premier Jeff Kennett will share his views with me in a moment. He reckons Daniel Andrews has become a megalomaniac. But in the meantime, the Victorian government has called in celebrities to help lecture Victorians on their behaviour.
Wear a mask.
Yep, so just play that. Yep.
It's not on. It's just not on.
It's not the lockdown that's the enemy, it's the virus. And the sooner we obey the rules, the sooner this will all be over and we can get back to the stuff that really matters.
It's not on, it's not on. So whack one on your face.
So stay home as much as you can, and if you do have to go out, make sure you wear a mask and wash your hands. We can win this race, can't we, buddy?
Yes, we can.
You know, this virus, it fights dirty. But if we play by the rules, we can give it a knockout blow.
Overbearing rules.
Oh, jeez. So I remember a week ago when the numbers of infections in Melbourne came down, and they were basically saying, oh, well, you know, if we can get it down to this and the numbers are falling, you know, we should be out of stage 4 restrictions by even before September 13th. And that was a week ago.
Yeah.
A week and a half ago. So for the last week and a half, they've been prepping everyone, saying we could be out of stage 4 if we keep doing what we're supposed to be doing, and then all of a sudden, getting up people's hopes, and then slamming them with another year's extension. Can you imagine what that will do to the psyche, the spirit, and what that will do to the person? What that will do?
I can, and that's what they know. That's what they want.
That's right.
This is all, it's a psychological operation. I remember when I first got into this community and seeing the word psyop, and I'm like, what the heck? These people are a bit weird, you know, some of them. But now I understand exactly what a psychological operation is, and that's what, you know, they tested this in the war extensively with people, of how we react under certain conditions. And, you know, sometimes you don't have to make a person hungry and cold to make them go crazy. You don't have to. You don't. Yeah, you can take away their mental comfort and still have intact, full tact, their physical comforts. And that's what depression is, isn't it? You know, like a person can be completely physically looked after, but inside they're just screaming. They're just screaming out. I don't understand that one myself, but I do know that that's a real thing. This is going to cause our mental health in this country is bad enough as it is. This is just going to go. It's irreparable. It's irreparable. It's all there is.
Do you know what? I talk to Messi every day. He's just awesome to bounce a lot of ideas off, and he's got a lot of logic when he thinks, and is very up with it. And all I can say is when I found out about this yesterday, and I said that to my sister too yesterday. I was just blown away. I was just blown away, and I have gone around I haven't gone around the world, but just having a look at what's happening in other countries, and a lot of our draconian laws and what's happening now, some of the laws are worse than North Korean. Are worse than North Korean communist laws.
Yep.
Now go figure. Yeah, you know. I mean, we're told how much, you know, what we're allowed to buy because there's been a food shortage in Victoria. Of course there has. So you've had 23 Woolworths shut. You've had 14 Coles, and they've all been massive, huge supermarkets. Therefore, you know, they're taking them off the line. They've had 4 or 5 of our biggest meat and abattoirs in Australia being hit. So, of course, the same thing's happening in America with the DPA Act. They just nationalise everything, take over the food.
That's
right. Same sort of things happening here. So, I'm sorry. I still can't believe it. Sorry, sis. So if we can just pull up, can you just play another 20 seconds there, Messi? Thank you, mate.
Drones in the sky, a government wanting more power for longer, and now patronising ads. Yet the crisis in Victoria was created by bungling government at quarantine, lax imposition of home isolation for infected patients, substandard infection responses at aged care homes, poor contact tracing by government, and confused and poor public messaging from government. 3/4 of all deaths have been in aged care facilities. Yet
So, of course, he's going on about the bungled this and the bungled contact tracing and the bungled whatever else they've bungled, you know. So they're actually they're trying to look like bumbling messes, if you know what I mean. But what's actually happening is they're distracting the people because people still think there's a virus. That's the thing. You know, this is the thing. Oh, they've stopped this and they've stopped doing this and they've changed these laws and they've done this and, you know, this contact tracing, that didn't work, and the infection problem in that hotel. So the excuses, they send out about 20, 30 excuses about something that's not even true. Have a look at the brilliance in that.
I know.
That's what I call awesome propaganda. And it just actually goes to show how brilliant, in one way, this strategy has been, and how dumb it's been. On the other hand, now just quickly, I showed you 3 or 4 days ago, I think it was, sis, and showed Messi. They had a deep clean of a place. They had a deep clean. They said they had a deep clean of a place. There was coronavirus in the place. It's on this one or next one. Now, after they deep clean this place, someone took a photo of 6 or 7 of them all eating in their hazmat suits with their PPE gloves on, with all their suits on, PPE gloves, and they're eating their lunch with their PPE gloves that they've cleaned out this factory.
I can't remember which one it actually is, but you showed me that. That was disgusting.
Yes, and I mean, if it's such a deadly disease and these people are just eating basically as soon as they walk out of deep cleaning and haven't changed and are eating through their PPE gear, and I just don't know what to say. I mean, as soon as you'd see something like that, you'd say, okay, this is not true, because I mean, a 3-year-old that has probably half. I'm just saying, you know, that someone's got half a brain cell could actually see what's going on. Now, you know, it just, the way they contradict themselves and the way they can set themselves for the fall, a divided kingdom can't stand.
That's right.
So this is they're contradicting themselves. They're forgetting little things. And I think this is why a few more people are starting to catch on at the moment. So
if people took time out of their day to research it, they would have caught on a long time ago. They've had all the experts come out. We've had doctors lose their jobs, lose their livelihoods, saying that the coronavirus is in all our bodies. It is an active antigen in our bodies, and in the colder months our bodies actually do house cleaning and housekeeping, you know, and that's when we get rid of a lot of toxins and stuff, and that's why we can get these certain things. The coronavirus is in us all. We all know that. The part of it that is the part that is unreal is that it's killing all these people. They're dropping dead everywhere. Why aren't people allowed to visit their people that are dying? Let's see these people. Where are they? And I'm serious. I reckon if the bubonic plague was back, they would not have done this even for the bubonic plague, had it been even a real case scenario. So, you know, this has got to the point where we sometimes we laugh and joke about it, not to be facetious, but we realise that if we don't, we're going to lose our minds, and we're not even locked down yet. But the thing is, these people down there, they've got no choice. They must be... I can't imagine. I just keep coming back to the thing of every night when I go to bed, it's on my mind. And every morning when I wake up, I go, it's not over yet. It's not, it's still here. It's the first thing that you think of every day now. And this is exactly what they wanted. They wanted to immobilize us in any way they could. What they keep forgetting, though, let's talk about some good news, is that they're forgetting about the good effect this has, what the father can use this for, bringing together families. It has brought my family together so much more that I can't believe it. And we do have some good news, don't we? My daughter will not be getting my grandchildren vaccinated ever again, she told me. And that was just such a hurdle to get over, guys, because, look, please don't give up. Don't give up telling people. They are starting to listen. My daughter she was the opposite of an anti-vaxxer. She believed that they needed these vaccines, and no matter what. She sees it for what it is now. So please, whatever you do, don't give up trying to tell those you love. Everybody here has just about done a complete 180 on this. So we do have other family members that won't listen, but it doesn't matter. It's going to get a lot worse. It's not going to get better. It's going to get a lot worse. And as it progresses, they know who to come to talk to about these things. They'll seek you out. They will seek you out because you've dropped little nuggets or little seeds along the way that you've told them that you think you know what's going on here. They're going to want answers. They're not getting them from the media. They're not getting them anywhere else. Please be a voice for those you love. Don't worry about the others. The lost sheep, the father can deal with them, the other ones, but worry about your own immediate families.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree with you more there, sister. Really couldn't agree with you more. And
don't give up. Just don't give up. There is no giving up in this. Like, we're in this for the long run now. Even this coronavirus, what do? Just lay down and let every day roll over? No, we've still got to do things. We have to function. And I think the main thing in all of this, guys, is keep your mental health good. Go for a walk, even if it's, I don't know, around your yard 10 times, 20 times, whatever. Just keep yourself a little bit busy. Balance with your research. Don't inundate yourself too much with all this stuff. Like we have days where we completely take off. We just don't look at this stuff at all because and it seems that we always weaken at different times, which is good for each other because then we've got the other one to pull the other one up. But you guys, if you're by yourselves, it's very important. Eat properly, get enough sun. You know, all these things that it sounds like such a cliche, these have now become the most important elements for your mental health because it will be coming to a town near you too. In the US, you all know it. It's a matter of time whether they're using us as a beta testing zone, us in New Zealand. I don't know, but it certainly does appear to be that way. So the main thing is that you keep your mental health well, and also see that helps you if you're battling this, and everyone on the outside can see, wow, what's wrong with Joanne? She doesn't seem to be taking this too hard. They're going to look to you because they see something in you that they don't have. And that's what the Holy Spirit is all about, what it's meant to be anyway. They can see something in you that they don't have. There's a peace that passes all the understanding of what's going on because out here it's just darkness, darkness, darkness. But I can see the light. And it's like, you're moth to a light. Just get to that light. Look after yourself. Number one, look after yourself. Number two, don't give up. Don't give up telling those you love.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree with you more, mate. And we don't have long, and we really don't have long, and things are moving like a bullet train on steroids at the moment. It's just very hard to try and keep up with things. As you said,
it's really important. Yeah, it's really important to break from it because it is. It's every hour. Like, how often are we go away into our own little areas and do our research, and then it's like sometimes it's every half an hour. Oh, look, did you see this? Oh, guess what? No, this happened. I mean, it's just a constant barrage, and we could literally just about stay online all day and just read out all the things that are coming out now. But mind you, that's not the truth. That is not the truth. The MSM is not the truth. It's channels like these that are going.
That's right.
Breaking through these layers and layers of lies, and getting to the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is, number one, if you don't know Yeshua, Jesus Christ, as your Lord and Savior, please ask him to come into your life, because this is the time when you need him more than ever. It's getting darker by the minute, and there is no other way that you will get help. You won't get help from your family. You won't get help from the government. You won't get help anywhere. He will help you. I'm a living testimony to the miracles that he's provided, and I'm talking physical miracles as well, not just emotional or spiritual miracles. I'm talking physical ones where something is shown up that just should not show up. And the only way that could have shown up is because I asked for it. But I will give you a very, very good bit of advice. If you pray, believe it, that you're going to receive it. Now, I know that sounds like a really Pentecostal, terrible one of those, it sounds like what's it called, Growler? Prosperity gospel. It sounds like you must believe you're going to receive when you ask for something, or you're not going to get it. So that's just a little key for you guys to help unlock.
Or he either gives you what you need. So sometimes, a lot of the times, you probably don't get what you want, if you know what I mean. He gives you what you need, but he's given me things I've asked for. And you're dead right, sis, and if you don't believe it's going to happen, well, it's just no point in praying, is there?
No, that's right. That's right.
Exactly right.
I know. Look, we've all done it. We've all asked for something and thought, oh, wow, that's a bit hard. We thought that's a really big ask. But look, nothing's impossible. Just look at the ground you're standing on and the sky above you, and you tell me that anything is impossible. We don't give the Father enough credit. We give Lucifer all this credit for doing all this stuff down here right now. Look what he's done. Look at the mess he's made. Well, how about giving the father a bit of credit that he is not going to pull the plug on us? He's not going to leave us high and dry, no matter what. And I don't know which way the escape's going to come. I don't, but I know it will come. So hold fast to the only thing that you have left in this world, which is your faith. That's it. There's nothing more.
Right.
We're going down to where he's just about, Lucifer's just about to turn the lights out on this world completely. All lights gone. Now, where are you going to run? Where?
That's it. That's it. You run straight into his arms. It's the only way you can go. There's only one way.
So we just might do a bit of a shout out for our.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Hey, welcome. How are you? Where are you from, Maya T? Obviously, America. Hey, True Seeds, you come in at the end again. Did you get a notification? Could you just tell me yes or no how many of you that are still in the chat? 32 of you in here. Could you just please type in yes, you got a notification, or just no for no notification? Because since we hit 1,000 subscribers from the very first video after that, YouTube shadow banned us completely, just about completely. I think not even hardly any of you got the notification for our last live stream. That's why Growler and I will be doing just little videos in the park telling you guys probably the day before that we'll be going live that next day. This is the only way we can do it. Okay, so we've got yes, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. No. Yeah, okay, thanks, guys. Just gives us a bit of a percentage-wise, I would say half's going out and half isn't. But look, what more can you expect? They don't want these truths known that we live under a Luciferian satanic agenda that is just about wrapping up because the Father's not going to let it get too much worse. Now we're talking about billions of people suffering. Billions. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly right.
It'll be worldwide, total worldwide.
It already is. So,
Maya T, you're an Aussie. We've just subbed to you. Thanks very much. There we go.
Yes, we will, mate.
Just done it.
And got it. Yep, and got the last one, the one last night. She said.
Yeah.
Thanks again, sister. Stay awesome.
Yeah.
And Megs F. I didn't say hi to Megs F. How are you, sis? Hope you're going well, and thank you so much for your support. And stay prayed up. Deaf Bread, great to see you. Always in the house, so thank you again for your support. And Art by Adrian, of course. Thank you so much, sister. And to Paul and Adrian, to Paul, love you, brother. Just keep growing that mullet. It just looks awesome.
Zoe just jumped in too. Zoe just jumped in.
Zoe, my awesome sister. Great to have you on board, mate. And we're always praying for you. You know that. And but yeah, I'd actually like to can I just quickly go to the next article? Now, this is the article.
No, you can't. He's not here. He's just stepped out for a minute.
Right, okay.
But you can tell us about it.
Yeah. The next article. What I've done, see, with the newspaper here, you have to subscribe to it for $1 a day or something like that. So I don't bother about that because they've basically got about 40 articles on the online newspaper, and they give you the heading, and they give you basically a quick rundown of what's happened. So when we do go through, you can all the links to all the newspapers and everything Australian. It's all in the description box. You can scroll down. You can scroll down as much as you like. See what's happening here, and there are a lot of other things that are attached to this COVID that actually that are under little subheadings of other articles. So Messi's not back yet.
Yeah, he's doing some tech job for my daughter, so he's
right.
busy tech. checking it out again. He's always doing something techie.
Ah, mate, he is, isn't he? He's just a legend that way. And Flying Free, I just want to say a big hi to you too as well. And Tim Ryan, Kim Ray. I don't think I've seen you on here before, Kim Ray. Welcome, brother or sister. And I would like to thank Mountain with a View as well. Thank you so much for coming on. And Laura Stovall. She had a friend that just committed suicide due to COVID financial stress. Yeah,
What?
I'm so
Who
sorry.
did?
I'm sorry about that, sis. And
Who was that? Sorry?
that's Laura Stovall.
Okay.
Laura Stovall, she's in the chat. And can everybody in the chat please say a quick prayer for Laura, please? And we'll say one for you as well, Laura. You know, and yeah, this is what it does, because so many people, you know, just become slave to materialism and money, and you know, it's basically indoctrinated and inbred to people. You know, you've really actually got to really tear yourself away from the situation and actually have a look at it from the point Yeshua looks at it and all his commandments and everything like that, and you just have a look at the system and it's just gone, it's dead. So
I know. The thing is, Growler, suicide is a permanent solution to what we used to say temporary problems. But see, even that line has changed. That is not reality anymore. My husband always said suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems, but now our problems have become permanent. So you can see why this is just pushing people over the edge. And Laura, I am so sorry. I pray for that family. Like, I don't know if it was a young person. It doesn't matter anyway. It's a human being who's suffering because of this, and this is why we're banding together. We just, even if we only come here for fellowship and just to hang out, guys, it's better than nothing, isn't it? You know, we know that we're not alone, because when you're alone, that's what happens to people. Just what you said. Now, we have this article. Did you want the Herald Sun one?
Yes, I did, and I just wanted to say I saw Rebecca Martinez as well last time. We thank you for so much. Thank you so much for your support. You're in Portland, Oregon. Wow, if you can actually just write in and tell us what's happening there, and we'll definitely mention it. And like I said, it just expands our vocab as well. So if we can go to the Herald Sun, just that last. So now this is today's. This is today's latest cases. So 148 new cases, 8 deaths amid Andrew's power grab. I think I'm not sure because my Samsung pad doesn't work out here too well. Can you just can someone just quickly Google Herald Sun and see if that power grab has been passed through?
Oh, if it's
done, guys.
Yet?
Yeah,
do you want to know if that's been?
Yeah, okay. I just want to see if it's been through, so people can see.
Sun.
Yeah.
So let's.
We'll go through this article, not yet, but I just want to see. I'd rather give you guys up-to-date 5-minute old information. The more relevant and the newer it is, the better off you get an idea of what's going on. So we want to try and knowledge you guys up of what's happening here, so we can all stay ahead of the curve and bounce off each other and learn off each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Meg Zeff has said it's passed. I thought I saw Meg Zeff say that earlier in the chat. Yes, it has passed.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so it has passed. So it's Sky News has a vid. Megs F say, okay, I'll jump onto that straight away later on. Yeah, so it's really good. So the power grab has been done. National emergency situations, extensions, stage 4 lockdowns, stage 3 lockdowns. I reckon they'll even pass more draconian laws. That would be my guess, because that has been the trend since stage 3 and stage 4 has started. And it's the same sort of trend what's happening in the US, because you got Trump signing constant executive orders, and a lot of people don't see that, and that's a real dangerous part. So we've really got to stay on top to see how many orders have been signed, and obviously with the constitution, our so-called constitution in Australia, and the laws that are actually in place under national emergency situations, and they've all been overhauled now because of this, and it's all been changed and overhauled today. So, welcome to the New World Order, people.
Exactly,
so
mate.
really is. So, what have you got to say about that, sis?
Yeah, well, I agree absolutely with everything you said. I think that did you have any more articles that you needed to run here? That's all I'm worried about, that you didn't get through everything you wanted to get through, Growler.
No. I actually got through everything just quickly because you've got the computer. You've got the computer in front of you. So
we're just giving the New Zealand. New Zealand.
That's right. So I'm just.
500
that's right.
military.
So I'm. Yep. So I'm going to end with the New Zealand news. If we've got anyone in New Zealand that knows more than us what's going on, please write in. New Zealand has moved in 500 troops. 500 troops to basically do the same what's happening in Victoria, and I thought I would just let you guys know that I know I shouldn't say it, but look, I call her horse teeth. I'm allowed to. Her name is Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand. She was actually the president of the Socialist Youth Movement in New Zealand.
Yes, she was.
And that actually just goes to show, just keep highlighting that, Messi. Thanks, mate. And that's actually, so people can read them. It actually goes to show it is a communistic, socialistic, fascist, one digital currency, one faith, New World Order. That's all it is. And the Pope has called for a universal wage. All this has been done. We've said that on our live stream, so I'm just going over it a little bit so you can see a universal wage is a socialist, is a communist, and that's what happens in communism. And so Jacinda Ardern was, yes, the president for quite a while of the Socialist Youth Movement of New Zealand. So I thought I'd just quickly add that in.
Explain to people what the fraternity pact is that's going to be signed in October.
Yes. Oh, geez, don't get me started on that, would you?
No, we'll just
I'll be on here for hours. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Look, the Pope, along with every world leader, will be signing the Human Fraternity Pact. I have mentioned this, I think, a few times. The Human Fraternity Pact, the new Education Pact, the new One World Faith, the interfaith movement. You've just had Israel sign with the UAE, the interfaith movement. between Israel and the UAE. If you can, Messi, I think we might have left a link to it, but it's called the Abrahamic House in UAE. Now you've got 3 separate buildings. You've got one for Catholicism, which represents Christians. Yeah. Then you've got one that's Judaism, and the other temple is Islam. So they're creating it's an interfaith. It's just it's all those faiths consolidating into one, and basically, of course, it's just totally antichrist. So the Human Fraternity Pact is the Vatican is basically head of the New World Order. The Vatican owns 80% of the world, basically, or everything from oil, resources, guns, drugs, you name it. You name it, the Vatican are in it. So what the Human Fraternity Pact does, and the Pope actually said this, he said he wants to take God out of the middle, where people will take God out of society and replace it with a human. That's why they call it the Human Fraternity Pact. So it's taking God out of everything, and the new religion will be Islam. We know that, but it is a form of paganism. It's earth worship, because they're signing their climate deals. It's all about climate change. Gates is saying it. Every president, prime minister, whoever it is, even down to, I don't know, your local milk bar, and they're all talking about climate change. So this is what it's doing. And the interfaith movement, the mark of the beast, the new one world religion, the new one world currency, and the new one world order, all under the creation of the Jesuits. And the Jesuits have, this has been actually a long goal before the Jesuits. Actually, it's been a goal before then, because we all know that the Vatican is basically ancient Babylon, Egypt, transported over to Rome, and they've just, as Trump says, you can't do that. They're just getting badder and badder.
I did get you going, didn't I? Oh no.
Yes, I told you not to get me going, sister. But yes,
breakdown of it is that they're going to sign, and they're going to be a universal wage, a universal education system, a universal everything. So this all lines up perfectly with their coronavirus, the crowning, the Queen's gone, the Pope. He stepped back from his title, Vicar of Christ, and we've just got all this shifting power going on.
That's right.
I just want to, for those of you that didn't see the very beginning of the stream, hang on, buckle up, watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted. Oh my gosh. Thanks for that, Messi. What's not funny about that, though, is that is actually on Bill Gates' YouTube channel. If you didn't know he's got one, don't subscribe. Just keep an eye on him, though. But he's running that on his YouTube channel, and we've got to ask ourselves, what the heck is this? What's going on here? Right, like this is all coinciding with the GMO mosquitoes being released, as we said in the beginning. We weren't doing the stream on that, but we just thought we'd start with that. it's funny, but it's not. You know, this is all back. It all goes back to them with the vaccines and the mosquitoes, and you know, what can we say? Like we said, you could stay here all day and just keep updating everything that's new. So, well, I just like to thank everybody for coming in. Eddie Down Under, thanks, mate. Good to see you again. Megs, Anne, Zoe, Deathbread. I've known, probably out of all of you guys, I've known Deathbread the longest here.
Wow.
Yeah, we met a long time ago. And who else have we got there? And I said, Shane, he's still in the house. Flat Earth Space Agency, what's up, brother? And yeah, everybody, for all of you, anybody else that I've missed, there's 41 of you here in the chat. I just want to thank you all for joining us. I hope that you've taken something away from this live stream, no matter how small or big. It doesn't matter. And guys, if you guys have got your own channels, feel free. You mods, you can put your link in the description box for your channels now. If you want to do that for everybody, that'll be fine.
Yeah, and I'd
links in the chat. Yeah, feel free to drop your own video link in the chat so everybody else can. Then we know who's got channels and who doesn't, and you know, we can all gain something off each other. A lot of us we mirror a lot of our own videos, but we're all friends here. We've all got the permission from the other people. This is all about sharing. If we're not sharing our information, what the heck are we doing here anyway? You know, we shouldn't be here. So there's Joe. Joe's put his up. Shanna. Do I say that right? Hi, Shanna. How you going, sweetie? I'm glad you could make it. We're just about to wrap this up. So is there anything else you'd like to go out with, Messi?
Yeah, I'd just like to...
Growler, I mean. I was looking at Messi.
Sorry. Look, I love everybody on here and in the chat, and you guys really mean the world to us, every single person here. And of course, love to thank Atheism is Madness. Definitely is madness, and you're just awesome, Shane, and your videos are just right on, hitting the nail on the head every single time, brother. Keep it up. Everyone go over and show Shane some love there. And Def Fred, I'd like to thank you heaps, mate. You've got some great information and very good points. Flat Earth Space Agency, yes, I'd definitely join them. What's up, all? Haven't seen you before. Welcome, brother, sister. Hope everything's well. Stay with us, and if you've got a channel, we'll jump over and have a look. Meg Zeph, thank you so much, sister. You're just a legend, and thank you very much for your information that you have given us. Yeah, and Shanna Honia as well. She's got quite a good, very good channel. I've seen before. Flying Free, Effed Up World, Zoe, our beautiful sister, you're just a legend. Eddie Down Under, thank you so much. I'd like to thank everybody else. The beautiful Ann Walsworth, thank you so much. Rebecca Martinez, thank you so much. Please feel free to leave any comments in any of our videos. If you leave comments and let us know what's happening in Portland, Oregon, we know it's pretty bad there. That would be great, and you know, just keep letting us know. And Ann Walsworth, of course, yeah, thanks. Ohio 82 and Maya T as well. We'll sub to you, brother, and anyone else that we haven't subbed to. So thank you so much, and you guys mean the world to us.
You do. So we're going to go out with a prayer.
Yeah.
Okay. Father in heaven, I thank you so much for this gathering today of all of us from all around the world. And without your Holy Spirit, it would mean nothing. I thank you that you're showing us the truth, that our eyes are seeing more and more truth every day. And please keep giving us the rest of the pieces for this puzzle. Father, we know that the end is coming very soon, to the end of this puzzle. But we need to know, for those who can't see, Father, for those of our families who cannot see, please wake them up. Please, Father, do not let them be lost. Please, please. I love you, Father, with all my heart. And I thank you for everybody here. I pray a united gathering that has happened here will be gifted from you. And I know that you've always got your hand on us. That's what we can just guarantee that. And I thank you that you will keep everybody, their mental health well during what's going on, that we will all stay healthy and safe and under your wings. I thank you by the blessed blood of your Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Thank you, Father. So be it.
So be it. Thank you, Father.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you,
so
everyone. Love you very much. And can people just say a big thanks to the Messi gentleman, to Jake, who makes this happen. And yeah, just big thumbs up for Jake, guys. He's just a very, very just a total legend. And I did forget to say sorry, Adrian, sorry, Paul. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we listen to you guys all the time as well. You guys are awesome. So if I do get anything, I'll throw it in your comment section as well. So
yeah, we all got to have each other's backs out here because it's a jungle out here.
That's right. Yep, sure. That's exactly right. So,
all right, mate. Well,
thanks again, and thanks so much, my sister Beck. You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you too.
And and make sure the Father blesses all of you. Keep the blood of Yeshua over you all the time, guys. Stay prayed up, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you next time. We are out.